welcome you to sunny South Florida. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Jay, you know it. It's special here in Miami with 3 decades of NBA basketball.
Ed, the legendary owner, Mickey Arison, has put everything into this storied franchise and will continue to do so.
3 championships won here in Miami. And tonight, another big matchup on EA Sports. Opening tip won by the Heat, and we're underway in Miami. Lowry to Butler. Jay, 44 wins for the Heat last year. For the most part, that core is in place once again.
And when I think about the core, Ed, I think about upper management. I think about Pat Riley. I think about Eric Spoelstra. I think about Mickey Arison, the consummate professionals associated with this basketball team. The year before, they did not make the playoffs. So a substantial improvement for a young basketball team.
Oladipo into the front court. Looking to make something happen. So Lowry. Dwayne Dedmon rocking the rim. So far, so good.
Didn't take long to get this crowd on their feet. And one of the most undervalued things in sports, the 13th man, the fans. If they get you going in the game, they can help you sustain that energy.
To Jaylen Brown. Goes to the left side. To Horford. Has a look. Horford, shot no good. Lowry into the front court. 2-point advantage. Oladipo to Lowry. Fires the 3. Kyle Lowry wide open. Makes them pay from 3.
Woo! That pass speaks for itself. There's nothing more to say about that one. Wow.
To Schroeder. Richardson. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Ball controlled by Kyle Lowry. To P.J. Tucker. Jimmy Butler for 2. The jumper's off the mark. Here's Schroeder with it. They're down 3. Here comes the screen. Schroeder. Pass stolen by Miami. To P.J. Tucker. Short jumper off the mark. Brown with it up top. He'll run the offense. There it is. Al Horford. Missed his first. That one goes.
Leadership's greatest values occur in between the lines and not necessarily in the box score. And that's the type of leader that Al Horford is. He's the first all-star free agent to choose Boston in decades. And let me tell you this, the legacy of greatness runs deep in the family. His father, Tito Horford, was the first Dominican basketball player to ever play in the league, which goes to show you why Al has such a great feel for the game.
To Horford. Able to convert inside.
Old school equals high percentage.
The ball controlled by Kyle Lowry. Probing the defense. Lowry against Schroeder. Al Horford able to recover with the block. Across midcourt, it's Schroeder. Down a point. Oh, Dennis Schroeder. First couple didn't go. That one is true.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
I'm here. I got ball.
Oladipo to P.J. Tucker. Trying to cash in. Wide open look, won't go. Brown into the front court. His team up by 1. Runner here won't go down. Lowry to P.J. Tucker. Scores from the post.
Ed, I'm telling you right now, that is the move of an assassin.
Celtics have it. Jay, for once, Trader Danny was Danny Ainge. Celtics didn't do that much, but Eastern Conference didn't see much change either.
Yeah, they didn't need to do anything if you're the Boston Celtics. You already have all the pieces to the puzzle. There's no doubt about it. The Celtics are now in the driver's seat.
And it's Butler with the rebound.
Ice that, ice that, ice that.
Runner here, won't go. To Jaylen Brown. Al Horford's going to the line to shoot two.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
First one, count it.
Into the game for the Celtics, number 10.
Able to convert on both free throws. Lowry into the front court. They trail by one. Marcus Smart sends it away.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
To Marcus Smart. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Kyle Lowry with the rock. Surveys the floor. Lowry to Oladipo. From the outside, no good.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Horford to Marcus Smart. There it is, Al Horford. He's 3 of 5, 60% shooting from the field.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Al Horford tips it. That's out. Last touch by Al Horford. New blood coming in for both sides.
Subbing in for the Heat, number 13.
Tucker. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Done to Cantor. From the painted area, won't go down. Across the timeline, it's Lowry. Down 3 to P.J. Tucker. Oladipo. They'll go to Butler. Down low. Short jumper. Won't fall. Ball's controlled by Boston. Dunn to Horford. Sizing up the defense. To Cantor. Can't connect from in close. To Lowry. To Butler. Nothing going here on that drive. Shot from the lane won't go. The follow won't go either. Done. Jay, sometimes it's not just the Heat that does opponents in Miami.
I've been a victim to this multiple times when we have played the Heat, and I think other franchises from cold cities have been the same. There's a reason why the Miami Heat have such an advantage down here on South Beach. You catch them on an off night, it's rare that opposing teams are ready to play.
Lowry to Oladipo. Enes Kanter sends it away. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Dunn to Horford. can't connect.
And that's how you close out on a shooter with a sense of urgency. The shooter was more worried about his landing space than he was his shot.
Split the D there, but he can't get it to drop. Boston with the basketball. Horford to Chris Dunn. To Horford. Using the post to his advantage there, and the finish at the rim. Jay, this is getting scary fast.
If you're the defense, you have to deny him the ball. Maybe throw a box and one. Maybe throw a zone. Maybe even throw the kitchen sink because he's putting on a show in the first quarter.
Butler to Oladipo. Yes, Victor Oladipo. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Dunn to Marcus Smart. Here comes the screen. To Chris Dunn. Horford. Parker. That's off the side of the rim, short. Lowry has the basketball.
Hey, clear out. I got you. 2 minutes left in the first quarter.
Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Dunn to Parker. Cantor to Parker. The Celtics down to 4 in the shot clock. Parker won't go down. Lowry with it. Leads 3. Doesn't have the touch. No good. Parker to Cantor. To Parker. Boston with 4 to shoot. Missed a wide open look. Ball's controlled by Lowry. And a pass stolen by Boston. Parker gets it in the right corner. To Marcus Smart. Not that time. Nice follow-up on the dunk there. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Oh, great defense there, forcing the pickup. Al Horford rejects it. Knocks it down on the step back. That was not easy. Deep 3 at the buzzer. That ends the first quarter with the Celtics in front. First quarter complete, on to the second period. A little bit of a feeling out process so far.
And when both teams are playing at this level, it just continues to reaffirm that I was excited to watch both of these teams play this entire week. It's been a solid game so far, but this has a chance to be a great one down the stretch.
Oladipo into the front court. Down by 1. To Butler. Add 2 points to the board. We talk so much about who are the MVP candidates, but there are other guys who are so valuable to their teams, and Jimmy Butler at the forefront of that list.
I have a phrase that I use when I describe players like Jimmy Butler. It's called most valuable mentality. There are certain players that approach the game with a certain mindset every single day that they will do anything possible to win the ball game. He plays with his heart and soul every single possession and every night, and he will leave it on the court if that means he can win the ball game.
To Oladipo. Can't connect from inside. Done. To Marcus Smart. No good. Oladipo into the front court. Leads just a point. Trying to take it all the way, but it's no good.
One of the best kept secrets in the game. Utilize. Oh, he sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor.
Substitutions, Boston.
Oh, errant pass as it's taken away.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Oh, big finish at the rim.
See, Ed, that's what I love. You don't need to conserve your energy. You attack that rim with ferocity. You always set the tone.
To Jaylen Brown. Schroeder. It was right there. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
To Waiters. Curling inside. Drive from the baseline, but it won't go down. To Jaylen Brown. Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Okay, that's all right. You take your lumps and you move on. You did exactly what the game plan was defensively to guard a player like that.
To Schroeder. He's fouled. Nice move that time, and he's going to the line for 2.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
Aaron Baines has got 2 shots coming. For his career, 80% at the line. He connects on the first free throw.
For Miami, number 21, Kyle Lowry.
Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Ball controlled by Kyle Lowry. Richardson to Marcus Smart. Off the assist.
People at home, did you know that Aaron Baines played rugby growing up? He knows no other way but to be physical on the court because that's how he leaves his mark.
Lowry to Waiters. To Lowry. 5 on the shot clock. Lowry. Not that time. To Richardson. Josh Richardson. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called
NBA
unselfish
Season 9
basketball, and there's nothing
2021
more
games
beautiful
and
than
highlights
rewarding
will
your
be coming
teammate
up
with a
next
nice
on
pass and
Sports
letting them
Action
finish
Infinity
for 2 or 3
22.
points.
Shot clock for the Heat down to 3. Lowry, that one off the mark. It's no good. To Jaylen Brown. Aaron Baines powers it through.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Lowry into the front court. 5-point game. And the finish. Jay, Euro stepping for 2.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
To Jaylen Brown. And throws it down.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Miami's got it.
Here we go. My ball, my ball.
Has a chance with the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Hey, switch that guy.
To Jaylen Brown. Count the bucket for 2.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Dwayne Dedmon with the 2.
And I have a rule. If you're 6'9" or taller, I don't want to see you jelly it. I don't want to see any kind of weird spin or English on the ball. Just dunk it. Keep it simple, please.
To Marcus Smart. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Marcus Smart. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes.
Stepping in for the Heat, number 16, James Johnson.
The ball controlled by Kyle Lowry. To Waiters. Won't go. He needs some luck on his side given how they're defending. Has a look. Baines shot no good.
See, when good shooters catch, they just shoot. When bad shooters catch, they become hesitant, reluctant. That's the first sign of a guy that doesn't have confidence.
Here comes the screen. Lowry with a shot that's no good. To Richardson. And he throws it down. Al Horford showing off all the moves. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Al Horford with the block.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Lowry, that's off the side of the rim, no good. Celtics have it. Horford to Marcus Smart. Trying to cash in. Wide open look, won't go. Lowry into the front court. Down 5. Here comes the screen. Shot from the lane, won't go.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jawing is only going to escalate.
To Horford. Has a chance. Deep two there. Won't go.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Dwayne Dedmon rocking the rim.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
To Marcus Smart. Nothing going here on that drive.
The NBA Season 9 2021 Game 9 matchup will be coming up next. Utah Jazz 6-1, Atlanta Hawks 4-4.
Richardson to Marcus Smart. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Lowry guarded by Schroeder. Short jumper off the mark. Celtics have it. Schroeder. Tatum. Tough shot. Well defended. Knocked loose. Celtics come away with it.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
To Schroeder. Horford. James Johnson pins it. Out of bounds. Last touch by the Celtics. Shifting gears. Here comes some substitutions. Oh, he had him there for a second. Cashes in for two.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
To Jaylen Brown. To Horford. Short jumper misses. Across the timeline, it's Lowry. The margin is 3 as we approach halftime. Here comes the screen. Lowry. A pass taken away by the Celtics. Can't miss those. Al Horford with a piece. Deep three at the buzzer. So the difference, 3 points as we've reached the break. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Thanks, Ed. The Celtics will start the second half with a narrow lead. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Boston Celtics. The Heat are keeping things exciting in a close matchup.
And even though they don't have the lead, they're doing a great job of moving the ball around. They might find themselves on the winning end of the scoreboard if they can keep it up.
Have a look at the leading scorers for the Miami Heat.
Game track. Bench points.
The NBA season is long, and these days, starters take rest days. And that's why it's so important to have bench players that can be productive like we're seeing here today.
Player of the half.
Al Horford tallied a lot of blocks in the first half and really made his presence known on the defensive end. I bet we end up seeing the opposition get even more timid around him.
Who was cold?
Forget cold. This guy will be happy to be lukewarm at this point. He can't seem to get anything going.
Here we go with the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
Fellas, back to you.
Tight game through the first 2 quarters as we resume play here in the third. To Horford. Here comes the screen. Richardson. From the painted area, won't go down. Another and a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
It's the Heat with the possession. Here comes the screen. Curling inside. Runner's good there.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Schroeder with the basketball. His guys lead here early stages, third quarter. Dwayne Dedmon snatching it out of the air. That's out. Last touch by Dwayne Dedmon. Oh, nice find for the basket.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Butler for 2. That's usually one that he'll knock down. Brown with it up top. Up 5. To Schroeder. Oh, Dennis Schroeder. He struggled just a little bit. 2 for 5.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
To Lowry. To Butler. 5 to shoot for Miami. Butler missed it. He always has the green light, but the defense was ready.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just... Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Cleans it up. Offensive board. P.J. Tucker swats it.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
A bad pass, and the Celtics have it.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
He'd have the basketball. Lowry. To Butler. Driving right to the basket. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Shot clock for the Heat down to 3. Has a look. Their shot by Lowry misses. To Butler. Here comes the screen. Five to shoot for Miami. And Jimmy Butler. He shoots, off the mark.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
No, I missed a short one there. And finishes strong.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
And a chance coming up at the line.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
First one goes down. Goes 2 for 2. Ball's controlled by Boston. Schroeder to Horford. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
You know, Ed, so many times we see people flexing on social media in the offseason, but they rarely put in the work, the substance. Not Jaylen Brown. This dude's been putting in the grind every single day in the gym. He's ready.
Straight down the middle, 4-2.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
To Horford. Knocked loose. He'd get control. Had a good look there, but it's no good.
What happened is he didn't balance himself off the defender. He didn't initiate contact. He allowed the contact to initiate him. We could break that down later in the broadcast, but that's why he missed that easy chippy.
Knocked loose. Out of bounds, last touch by the Heat. It'll stay Celtic basketball. Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. The Celtics down to 4 in the shot clock. To Schroeder from long range. Not getting the bounce. Lowry with it. His guys down by 9. To Oladipo. Short jumper won't fall. Here's Schroeder with it. It's a 9-point lead. Horford to Schroeder. And look out. Big finish at the rim.
I love when I get a chance to watch guys who can make more out of what they actually have in their arsenal. And that's who Dennis Schroeder is. For a guy who really can't shoot, he sure does put the ball in the bucket.
Lowry to Oladipo. Screen coming. Oladipo. And the reward, a couple of shots at the line.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
P.J. Tucker at the line for 2 shots. A career 74% free throw shooter. First try at the line, no good. Knocks down the second after missing the first. to Horford. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
And the true test of a team's character is how they respond when they get hit in the mouth. Keep digging.
Screen coming. To Butler. Tucker. Trying to cash in. Gets a shot up off the mark.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
And the two for Al Horford getting to the rim.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
Oladipo. To P.J. Tucker. That's a 24-second violation. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes.
Subbing in for Boston, number 4, Enes Kanter. And number 10, Marcus Smart.
Dunn to Horford. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Jabari Parker trying to cash in on a three-point play. A career 74% free throw shooter. Free throw good to cap off the three-point play as they continue to open things up here in the third quarter. Miami with the basketball. Tucker to Waiters. Baseline drive. Won't go down. Defender's lucky he wasn't called. Parker with it. His guys hold a commanding lead. Horford to Chris Dunn. A lot of contact. Shots no good and no foul.
Oh, yes, me and you. I'm here. I got ball.
To Waiters. 4-3. That's good D. Shot no good.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Dunn to Horford. Has a chance. Gets a look. Can't hit.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning the ankle on that landing.
With a drop step. Goes reverse to lay it in.
There you go. Finally, shoot your shot.
Boston with the basketball. Dunn to Horford. Probing the defense. Parker. Jabari Parker. Consistent effort. He's at 50%.
Yeah, and what we're seeing is a brilliant offensive display. You have ball movement, player movement, and great shooting to top it off. You get those three things going, you're going to be a dynamic offensive unit.
To P.J. Tucker. Shot clock, it's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. Beyond the arc for 3. No good. That's great defense.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
To Waiters. Here comes the screen. Down to 5 on the 24. Has a look. Knocks it down from mid-range.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
Parker to Horford. Oh, with the foul. And a chance coming up at the line.
I don't know, Ed. Maybe there's a long-term play here. But next game, we're going to be aggressive early. Maybe.
Al Horford, a couple of free throws on the way. He's perfect from the line so far. Misses the first. So he goes 1 for 2 from the line after hitting on the second. It's the Heat with the possession. And a pass stolen by Boston. Chris Dunn has got 2 shots coming. For his career, 69% at the line. And hits the first free throw. And he makes them both.
Good shot, man.
To Oladipo. The pass set it all up.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Dunn to Parker. Reset here. Let's see what they do. From the painted area, won't go down. To Oladipo. A pass taken away by the Celtics.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. Is called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
He'll put it up at the buzzer. That ends the third quarter. The Celtics own a comfortable lead. So the Heat will have it to start this fourth and final quarter. And they're not totally out of it just yet, but you'd have to say they have lots of work to do to get back in this game.
They probably have to put together some kind of 10-0 run to get back in this ballgame, but this is when an opportunity has a chance to become magical. I've been part of it, and I've seen it happen so many different times. Just because a team has been dominating you the last couple of quarters doesn't mean that you can't start believing in yourself, that you can do anything you want to do on the court at any given time. You watch, once you start to believe, you'll get back in this game.
Here comes the screen. Richardson sizing up Butler. The drive right to the basket. Right down the lane, but the shot won't go.
Well, you can't finish with your right hand on the left side of the rim. You actually have to use your opposite hand. Steve Nash is one of the best at this. Different shots at different angles, high off the glass, expecting that there are trees down below with long wingspans that can block your shot.
Richardson to Schroeder.
The NBA Season 9 2021 Game 9 matchup will be coming up next. Houston
Richardson
Rockets
to Jaylen
1-6,
Brown.
Phoenix Suns
Lets
3-3.
it fly from long range. Tough shot there for Jaylen Brown. No good. Yes, and And a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And if you have the ball in your hands on offense and you're that open and you see the defense sprinting at you, directly at you, not taking an angle to try to block your shot to not hit you, brace yourself for contact, focus on making the basket, and one every time.
Aaron Baines at the line for a chance at a three-point play. Hasn't missed yet. Missed it at the line. Lowry into the front court. Down a bundle. A bad pass, and the Celtics have it.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Oh, Dennis Schroeder, now 4 for 9.
You know, it reminds me, Ed, of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Good look that time, but off the mark. Across midcourt, it's Schroeder. His guys holding the big lead. To Oladipo. It goes down.
And when the ball gets the defense rotating from side to side, you're bound to find opportunities for each other.
Schroeder with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. Spinning shot. Won't fall.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jawing is only going to...
Oh, and a putback.
Ed, it's pretty amazing how athletic bigs can be when it comes to getting an easy 2 points, huh?
Schroeder, work it down to Brown. To Schroeder. They've slowed down the pace. Now 3 on the shot clock. The Heat grab the board. Lowry into the front court. His guys down big. Jimmy Butler for 2. Not that time.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Nice pass to get things going.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. And a nice finish at the rim.
But most importantly, you have to keep the ball moving. Maybe run some floppy sets, some horn sets. Raise those bigs up, which open up the lane, and let them be the passers to make plays easier for the guards.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Tatum. Well defended. Miami's got it to P.J. Tucker. Butler. Takes stock of the floor. Oladipo to P.J. Tucker. It's Cantor with the board. Here's Schroeder with it. He'll run the offense. Here comes the screen. Schroeder against Tucker. And the rebound taken by Butler. To Lowry. Here comes the screen. Shot clock for the Heat, down to 3. Victor Oladipo. To Jaylen Brown. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Jason Tatum trying to cash in on the three-point play. For his career, 82%. Tatum's good on the free throw. It's a three-point play as Boston adds to the lead. To Oladipo. Short jumper off the mark. Schroeder. Shot by Tatum won't go.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
And that'll be out of bounds off of Oladipo. We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Number 11, Dion Waiters. Subbing in for the Celtics. Number 7, Jaylen Brown.
Schroeder. To Cantor. Rebounded by the Heat. Lowry. Fires the three, and he hits.
I got to be real here. I think he was the only one expecting to shoot that shot. The crowd, the coaching staff, every other player on the court, and myself, all of our mouths are left wide open right now.
Tatum knocks it down. That was a tough shot.
Even though the coach initially may not like that shot, now he's clapping because that ball went in.
Kyle Lowry with the rock. Here comes the screen. And scores at the basket. Great body control, Jay. He was a freight train down the lane.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Schroeder to Cantor. Shot from the lane won't go. Lowry to Oladipo. Here comes the screen. Oladipo. Five to shoot for Miami. Jumper's good.
Oh my goodness. Someone please patch me into the arena intercom. Clean up on aisle 3.
Screen coming. Schroeder to Jaylen Brown. Gets it in the left corner. To Horford. The Heat secure the rebound. Lowry. able to convert inside.
The assist from number 21, Kyle Lowry.
To Cantor. Schroeder to Horford. Swings it. Can't connect. Oladipo into the front court. Trailing by 14. Lowry to Oladipo. For three.
That'll be a winning formula in overtime every time. Answer a 2 on one end with a 3 on the other. Ed, tell me if I'm wrong, but I think a 3 is more than a 2, correct?
That is great math, my friend.
Players, we ask that you refrain from any flash photography during the game. Thank you for your cooperation.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. To Horford. Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
So many times you can tell if a player is going to finish before he even gets to the rim. Did you see that look on his face? That was the look of a three-point play. You always going in thinking you can get more at the rim.
Butler for two. Rebound comes to Cantor. Across midcourt, it's Schroeder. The advantage is 13 points. Oh, the Heat right there to take it away. Butler. Had a chance, but it's no good. To Cantor. Schroeder. James Johnson. Huge block. That's his third block this evening.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Schroeder with the basketball. His team on top by 13. Out of bounds. Last touch by the Celtics. Changes coming from both sides right now. It's the Heat with the possession. To Waiters. Shot clock winding down. Here's a chance from long range. It's good, and he's not done. He's going to the line for a chance at a 4-point play.
But did you see on that three-point shot, did you see him slightly kick his legs out? By kicking his legs out, the defender runs into the legs. There's contact. That's how you get a 4-point play potentially.
James Johnson with a chance at a 4-point play. For his career, 69% at the line. And he connects at the line. To Richardson. Almost. Unlucky bounce. Return label included.
The offense might want to adjust here. That's his 4th block of the evening.
To Oladipo. Shot clock for the Heat down to 3. Just not going down.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
Team foul number 3. Miami Heat are in the penalty.
to Schroeder. From 18 feet at the buzzer. Rebound taken by Miami. It's a victory here for the Celtics as they get a good win on the road. That does it. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
Taylor Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Celtics emerged victorious after a tight finish. The statistic that seems to stand out in 3D is their assists. So many of their points were made possible by their team chemistry, and it was great to see. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Boston Celtics. The Heat must be devastated after such a close loss.
Sure, it's great they shot so well from three, but none of that really matters when your team has one more loss to show for it.
What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Miami Heat.
Game track. 3-point shooting.
Each of these teams were solid with their long-range shooting. So by extension, they were pretty poor with their perimeter defense. Closing out on shooters must always happen, whether you're tired or not.
Player of the game.
Al Horford put up the kind of points that made him an easy choice for this award. He couldn't be stopped. And when he realized he was in the zone, he just took it to another level.
Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show.
Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose, and it's been our pleasure to present you with some NBA basketball.
The NBA Season 9 2021 Game 9 matchup will be coming up next. New York Knicks 5-3, Milwaukee Bucks 4-4. The NBA season 9-2021 Game 9 matchup will be coming up next. Oklahoma City Thunder 1-6, Los Angeles Lakers 5-3.